Let me begin with a question that every tax consultant will relate to. Have you ever faced a GST notice purely because of a mismatch between GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B? And more importantly, did it feel like the system assumed guilt before understanding facts? Today, I want to talk about a decision that changes that narrative. The ruling in Sterling and Wilson Private Limited versus Commissioner Odisha, GST Appellate Tribunal, New Delhi, 2026. But this is not just about mismatch. This is also about something historic. The GST Appellate Tribunal has finally started functioning after years of delay. A long wait ends. GST 80 is here. For years after GST was introduced in 2017, we had adjudication, first appeal, and then a vacuum. No tribunal, taxpayers were pushed directly to high courts on questions of fact with incomplete records and often without adequate opportunity. Now, with GST 80 operational, a critical gap in the justice delivery system is finally filled. And this case is one of the early signals of how this tribunal will function. Why GST 80 matters? It matters because it is the last fact finding authority. Let me say this clearly. GST 80 is the last forum where facts can be examined. Beyond this, High Court only substantial questions of law. Supreme Court even narrower scope. So what does that mean for us? If facts are not established here, they are lost forever. The tribunal itself clarified its powers are wider than High Courts under CPC Section 100. It can re-examine facts, evidence, and records. This is a game changer, but there is a catch. The evidence trap. Now comes the caution. Yes, GST 80 can examine facts. Yes, additional evidence may be allowed, but you cannot treat GST 80 as a fresh start because Rule 112 restricts new evidence. You must show evidence was wrongly rejected or you had sufficient cause earlier. So the message is very clear. Win your case at the adjudication stage itself. Because if you don't build your records there, even GST 80 may not be able to save you. Now let's go back to the case, the mismatch story. Let's come back to Sterling and Wilson. The issue was simple. Higher liability in GSTR 1, lower liability in GSTR 3B. Department's reaction, Section 74, fraud, 100% penalty. But the facts revealed something else. Debit notes and credit notes existed, properly recorded in books, supported by invoices. The only lapse, not reflected correctly in periodic returns. Principle 1. Mismatch is not tax evasion. The tribunal made a powerful shift. Mismatch is not conclusive evidence of tax liability. It questioned, were books examined? Was reconciliation verified? This is crucial for all of us. GST cannot become a return matching algorithm. It must remain a tax on real transactions. Principle 2. Fraud must be proven, not presumed. The tribunal rejected the automatic jump to Section 74. It held no fraud, no suppression, no intent. Therefore, Section 74 collapses. This reinforces a vital protection. Serious allegations require serious proof. Principle 3. Section 74 to 73, but with a twist. The first appellate authority converted the case from 74 to Section 73. Sounds logical, right? But the tribunal said even that conversion cannot be done casually. Under section 75(2), only the proper officer can redetermine tax under section 73. So, what did the tribunal do? It remanded the matter back. This is procedural discipline at its finest. Principle 4, right to amend returns. Now comes the most progressive part. The tribunal said give the assessee a chance to amend returns. Why? Because transactions were genuine, errors were technical, early GST period had system limitations. This is a shift from rigid compliance to corrective justice. Principle 5, a pragmatic approach to GST. The tribunal openly acknowledged GST was a new system, systems were evolving, COVID disrupted compliances, and therefore a pedantic approach must be avoided. This is a message not just to the department but also to us as professionals. What this means for tax consultants. Let me translate all this into practice. Front load your litigation strategy. Do not wait for appeal. Build facts at adjudication stage. Reconciliation is your strongest weapon. Maintain GSTR 1 versus 3B, books versus returns, notes versus disclosures. Document intent. If there is no fraud, show it clearly and early. Use GST 80 wisely. Remember, it is your last chance on facts, not your first opportunity. Push for corrective relief. Where errors are genuine, seek amendment, not just defense. Conclusion, a new era of GST litigation. This case represents two powerful shifts. Number one, substantive justice over technical defaults. Mistakes will be corrected, not punished blindly. Number two, institutional maturity with GST 80. We finally have a forum that understands, a forum that evaluates facts, a forum that can deliver balanced justice. Let me leave you with one final thought. In GST, numbers tell a story, but only facts tell the truth. And now, with GST 80 in place, we finally have a forum willing to listen to that truth. Thank you.